Right, welcome back to another game from the Clark and Addison Gaming Company. My name is Brian Hafferkamp. I'm the designer and creator at Clark and Addison. I'm gonna play a game I just created. I wanted a little drive-by-drive game for college football. Don't know that that's a super exploited or built out part of the hobby. So what I was looking for was a game that was fast to play and a game that took into account team rankings and a game that was sort of agnostic. So it doesn't require cards to play. You can literally take the rankings from any season in history and you can apply the modifiers to the teams. So the idea is to sort of get strength of schedule, strength of team out of the top 25 rankings and then apply those to the different teams in the matchup. So what we have is a single D20 die. We have a drive result. We're basically going to roll a D20 roll. And then you can see what kind of points come out of it. There's a little bit of color commentary here. And then we have extra points and 2-point conversions. So after a score, you can decide whether you want to go for the extra point or the 2-point conversion. And then this is basically the rules of the drive modifiers. So if you're playing a ranked team versus a non-ranked team, you'll get +2 to the ranked team's roll. So that's like here with Ohio State and Washington. These are actual games from this week. This is week 5 of the 2025 NCAA football season. And then if you have a top 10 team against a ranked team that's 11 to 25, then the +1 goes to the top 10 team roll. So that'll be like here with LSU and Ole Miss. If you have a top 10 versus a top 10, like we do here, Oregon, Penn State, there's no bonus to either team. They just play straight up. And then non-top 10 versus non-top 10 will be no bonus as well. It'll be the same thing for, I guess I should put ranked versus ranked, right? No, you should be... we should just add one more for this. If they're non-top 10 teams, but they're both ranked, there will also be no bonus. I am going to give a +1 to the home field, to the home team. So the home team is going to get a +1 advantage. Hopefully I can remember that. And basically that modification happens on the initial roll. So let's go ahead and play this out. We have 4 games here representing 4 different types of games. So USC at the University of Illinois in Champaign. And we have LSU going to Ole Miss, Ohio State going to Washington, and Oregon going into Penn State. So they'll be playing at State College. So let's go, and we'll hopefully get through most of these as we play the game. So 10 drives per team, and we just flip-flop back and forth the drives. There's 1 pick 6 here that leads to 7 points automatically, and so that's a big one. There's a flea flicker 70-yard bomb that's going to lead to points as well. So, all right, USC will not get any sort of advantage here. Illinois will get a +1 on their roll as the home field advantage. So let's see if USC can overcome that. 16 is sustained 12-play march, choose up clock, and that's going to lead to a touchdown. And a 1 isn't missed extra points, so that could come up huge. So they lead 6-0. 18 becomes 19. That's a jet sweep taken to the house, 60-yard run. And that is a score. They take up 7-6 lead. 3 is going to be the running back coughs it up deep in the opponent's field in the red zone. 1 is going to be a pick 6. So quarterback throws a bad ball. Defense takes it all the way. They're going to get 7. They'll get 0. And it's Illinois' ball again. 13 becomes 14. Hurry up offense. Catches the defense off guard. 20-yard TD pass. So that's going to be a touchdown with an extra point. So 14-13 is the lead. A 1, that's going to be a pick 6. That goes to Illinois. Drive for USC, a 5 is going to be a long field position battle. They have to punt. So they come up with no points. An 18 becomes 19, and that is another run to the house. So a long TD run results in Another one is 28-13 at the half. A 14 is going to be a hurry-up offense, 20-yard TD. So 6 plus 1 is going to be good. And 8 becomes 9. 9 is a red zone stand by the defense. Chip shot field goal, so they're going to score 3 there. 18 is a deep post route beats the coverage, 45-yard TD pass. So that'll be 6 plus 1 is 7. And it's now 21-27 to 31. 31-27. We get a pick 6. Another one. A little bit unrealistic with that, but you know, maybe we'll have to do a little bit of changing there. 12 is a 13. 13 is a balanced 10-play drive. That's going to be a TD on a crossing route, and that will be another 7. And we get a 2. 2 is a tip pass intercepted at midfield, so they're going to get nothing. A 20, that is a flea flicker, long play bomb. A trick play works and goes for 7 more. And we will have a 10. A 10 is a short field drive. That's going to be a field goal. And 12 is what is it? Becomes 13. That's another crossing route for a TD plus 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 49, 51 to 1, 2, 3, 4. So 28 plus 9 is 37. So 51, 37. We're going to make a change on the fly here. We'll go with we're going to cut this off at 5. I'm making a executive change here. So 28-13. And Illinois is going to win this one. So we'll just do 5 drives per team. Maybe I had it as 10 drives total. I'm not sure. But it's a little bit hot. So next game up is LSU Ole Miss. LSU is going to get a +1 because they are a top 10 versus a 11 to 25 ranked team. And then Ole Miss will get a +1 for being a home team. So we'll just mark that. 17 becomes 18. That's going to be a touchdown pass for LSU. And the extra point is good. For Ole Miss, 14 is a 20-yard TD pass. And also good on the extra point. 14, 20-yard TD pass with the extra point for LSU. They take a 14-7 lead. 10 becomes an 11, short touchdown pass. And that will be good. 14-14 is our score. 18 becomes 19. That's a long TD run. And it will be good on the extra point. 21-7 for LSU over Ole Miss. A 2. Oh no, there's an interception. As LSU tips the ball and takes the ball away. We're heading to the into the third quarter. A 4 is going to be a quick 3 and out with a short punt as LSU gives it up. Another tip ball interception at midfield as the scoring is slowed down. LSU leads 21-14. They get a 12. 12 is going to be a short touchdown run as they get up close to the goal line, and they put it away for 28. 28-14 will put the game away. 7, the draw stalls just outside of field goal range, and that's going to be it. So LSU wins this one on the road 28-14. Hopefully they won't all end up 28-14. We'll have to see. Ohio State versus Washington. This is going to be a +2 and a +1 since they are a ranked versus a non-ranked team. And then Washington will get a +1 for being at home. So Ohio State, long touchdown bomb, trick play works, and that's going to be a touchdown on their first drive. First drive for Washington. 11 becomes 12. That's going to be power run on a goal to go, and they punch it in. So that'll be a 7-7 score. 5 will be a long field position battle. They have to punt though. And Washington with a 10 becomes an 11. Short TD pass on a play action. And that is going to give them the lead briefly, 14-7. Ohio State coming back. 10-play drive, touchdown on the crossing route with an extra point is good. That ties it up at 14. Let's see if Washington can capitalize. Power run on the goal line as they push it down the field, and they're going to put it in, but they missed the extra point. Oh my gosh. So it is 20 to 14. Ohio State can take the lead here. 6 becomes 7. Drive stalls, and they have to kick a pooch punt. So they're not going to get anything there. Let's see. A 1. Oh my gosh. Quarterback throws a bad ball, and the defense returns it all the way. That's going to be a 7 and a 0 for Washington. So I'll count that as their drive. It's 21 to 20, and let's see if Washington has one less drive in them for the upset. 18, that's going to be a 19. That's a 60-yard TD run, and they take it to the house 4-7, and that's going to give Washington an upset over number 1 Ohio State. So 21-27 to 21. We'll see if that happens. Oregon at Penn State. Both of these will have nothing, but Penn State will get a +1 for being the team at home. 6 for Oregon is going to be a turnover on down. So the drive ends on 4th down. They get nothing out of it. A 3 becomes a 4 for Penn State. That's a quick 3 and out. Tip pass, interception at midfield for Oregon as Penn State takes over. And they drive down the field, and they catch them off guard on a 20-yard TD pass. So they take a 7-0 lead going into the 3rd drive. 8 for Oregon is going to be an efficient march, but leads to a 48-yard field goal. 7-3 is our score. 17 becomes 18. Deep post route beats the coverage. 45-yard touchdown pass with the extra point. 14-3 now, Penn State over Oregon. Oregon just not able to do anything as they have to punt from their own 40. A 2, maybe some hope here as they get a tip ball and an interception. And Oregon with the drive, they're not going to be able to win this game, but let's see if they put up a TD. They do, as they have a quarterback keeps on the zone read. That's a 30-yard touchdown run. So that'll be 7 for them. And final possession for Penn State is a tip ball. It's intercepted, but they don't run it back to the house. So that's going to be 14-10. So kind of a defensive battle there. Oregon at Penn State. So that's the game. I mean, it's pretty basic and pretty simple, but it allows you to play with current teams. You can take any top 25 in the history of the sport. You can play out any conference that you want to, and just gives you a little bit of an interesting way to kind of play a game. I just want to show how simple it could be to just lay out 20 results and play a game. You could turn this from a D20 into 2 D10s. So when you have 2 D10s together, you get more of a shape like this, so that these things at the bottom and these things at the top are less frequent, and the things here in the middle are more frequent. So if you want more of a shape like that, where you have it's kind of more common to have some punts and things like that, you could have a shape like that and just add 2 D10s, so that this is a 5, and 2 D10s together, 2 1s is a 2, and that only happens like 1% of the time. So it sort of goes 1 through 10%, and then 10 down to 1%, and so everything kind of culminates in the middle at 10%, or 11%, something like 10.5, 11%, and so it sort of culminates here at the 10 and the 11, and then everything else kind of goes down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7%. And from the top, the same thing. So if you want more of a shape like that, you can use 2 D10s. This means that everything is equal, so there would be fewer of these pick sixes if we had a shape kind of like this. So maybe that's where this game will turn out. I plan to just kind of, when I feel happy with it, just release it for people to play. And the 2-point and extra point conversions here, if you wanted to go for 2, 11 to 20, is what you could do. It wouldn't have helped anything here to go for 2. They were already down. I can't think of any of these games where it would have helped to go for 2, but you can kind of think through that as well. And then just some basic rules that you can use. So each team gets, what do? We said 5 drives. So if you want to pump up scoring, you can do 6 drives or 8 drives per game. If you want to decrease scoring, you could simply go back down to 4 drives per game. I was just trying to think of like quickly how to kind of resolve the game. 4 drives, 4 quarters, etc. Alright, if you have any questions or comments, leave them down in the comment section. This was just a quick little video to show you. I sometimes need a little brain cleanser while I'm working on stuff. And so I've been working on up-tempo basketball, and I've been working on baseball games, and I also wanted to use this moment to talk and just let you know that tonight, Saturday, September 27th at 7 p.m. Eastern, I will be joining the APBA Football Club YouTube channel, and Jeff Giordano is the one who runs that channel. He also has the Hall of Fame APBA tournament where everybody can just kind of bring their stuff, and they play at Canton. They goes to the Baseball Hall of Fame. They have a tournament there, or sort of a gathering there. So many in the hobby know Jeff. Jeff has been a supporter of me and what I'm doing in my games, and very thankful for his support. And he has included me with some others like Keith Avalon and Clay Dreslock and St. Patrick. There's some others who are going to be there at this live event. It's going to be on YouTube, and so you can check that out. Go to APBA Football Club on YouTube, and you can get notified whenever it comes live. It'll be 7 p.m. Eastern tonight, so just to let you know. And we'll be talking football, game design, and football in general. So it'll be a nice little round table, I think, of different kinds of creators. I mentioned a few, but there's 6 or 8 on the list, so there'll be plenty of us there, and probably representing the games that you love. So be sure to check in and take part in the live chat there. All right. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, click subscribe. If you like this video, click on the thumbs up. Otherwise, have a terrific Saturday. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again next time.